Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for swinging by. I sure do appreciate it. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Mark.
Oh, hi Mark.
Welcome to Fit and Fire. Let's get into this video. This time we're going to be talking about another AR rifle, and this rifle is very specific. I set it up specifically for me to be able to hand it off to somebody in my family. Most importantly, to my girlfriend, so that if I'm traveling, maybe I'm going to Clash Bash. That's coming up here pretty soon. If you guys haven't already got your tickets, link in the pinned comment. But let's say I'm traveling. She now has something that she can go to, that she can call her own, and that she can start to build confidence behind. For me, I have this BCM Mark II, and this is a dual freaking rifle. I've got it set up for day or night. I can shoot, close quarters. I can use the magnifier to go long distance, but that rifle will probably be a little bit too heavy for my girlfriend, so I wanted to make sure that I have something that is going to be hers, she can call her own, and it's not going to be too crazy, it's going to be fairly simple. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section down below. Do you have a rifle that you can pass off to somebody else, whether it be your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe your kids? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Right now, I think is a really, really good time for us to do that, because with the new administration coming in, we hopefully will see kind of a normalization within the gun industry. Prices will get very static, hopefully maybe even come down a little bit, to allow us to not only purchase maybe a secondary or maybe even a tertiary rifle, but also stock up on ammunition, and more importantly, stock up on some of the internal components as well. Extra bolts, new bolt carrier groups, lower receiver groups, whatever the case may be. Making sure that we are plussed up for whatever comes in the future. Heaven forbid a can't even say the word, SHTF situation comes along. Hopefully we'll be ready for it. But I walked into my local shop, American Cash Exchange, and they had this on the wall, so I immediately picked it up. Now I've had this for a couple of months, and I've been kind of using it as a test rifle for different things. But over the holidays, I was like, man, I really need to get something set up for my girlfriend. So I've decided that this is going to be hers. Now I'll still use it from time to time, test different things, but more importantly, I want her to get used to it. So some of the things that I've done is I've kind of set it up pretty simple. Might be just a touch heavy, but we're going to work around that as well. Good rifle, accurate, reliable rifle from BCM. Got a optic on here and a light. That's really all you need, right? So that's what I have. We're going to talk about all the eaches on this. Now, real quick, I'm not getting paid to say anything good, bad, or indifferent. I did purchase the rifle. I purchased the light. However, the optic was sent to me. I was turned on to this optic by my buddy, Greg from OG's Danger Show. Good friend to me and the family, and if you guys haven't checked out his channel, swing by, check him out. But he did a review on this LPVO, and so naturally I wanted to jump on this and check it out as well. Should you guys be interested in this LPVO, I will have a discount code in the pinned comment. It's $70 off on anything in their store. I'm not getting any type of kickbacks for it. I'm not getting paid for any of this type of stuff. But when they sent it to me, I said, if my audience is going to be interested in this, then I need a discount code. They graciously accommodated that, and so there we have it. So let's get into the rifle. Again, this is going to be a BCM Mark II, sort of. The upper receiver is a BCM Mark II. The lower receiver is going to be a Ballistic Advantage lower receiver. However, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 98% sure that the lower components, the lower parts kit, as you were, is going to be BCM. How do I know that? Well, the buttstock's BCM, the pistol grip's BCM, and then if you look on the trigger shoe, you will see the BCM star on the trigger shoe, which then leads me to believe that everything else internally is going to be BCM as well. So that, I think, is a really great value for this rifle. I picked it up for $1,000, which is a little pricey for some people. I mean, I know that a lot of people in my audience are used to like Palmetto State Armory kind of prices. You can pick up a rifle for 450 bucks. And I have one of those rifles that I use in my truck. It's my truck gun, but it's not my go-to. It's my fallback. I mean, it's like, if I'm using that, man, I really screwed things up, right? So, because I have this one on my wall ready to go whenever I need it. So, the value on this is going to be a little bit more expensive, but there's a purpose for it, because with my first BCM Mark II, I was able to get 0.88 MOA accuracy at 100 yards. I believe that figure's correct, but you'll see here on the screen what the accuracy was. And this one is just as accurate. So the consistency is there, the reliability is there, and you're getting a really good known brand on the market. So there is that as well. When I purchased it, it did come with these rail covers on here. It gives a little bit more extra texture to this kind of smaller handguard from BCM, but I like that. I was okay with that. Let's move up to the light real quick. This is going to be an Inforce MWL Gen 3, 1100 lumens on this, so plenty bright, and it has all the different features that you want. Momentary on, you have constant on, and then you have strobe feature if you want to use that as well. It does have a little safety lever that you can flip up, so if you put your hand on that and then you feel that lever there, you know, maybe I shouldn't be, you know, touching that light. And it kind of helps with NDs as well when it comes to light conservation, light discipline rather. So a lot of people may not like Inforce. However, I had to go with a light that was going to be fully ambidextrous. The reason for that is my girlfriend's left-handed. So everything that I do to set things up for her, I've got to think backwards, right? Makes it a little bit more difficult, but you know, bless her heart, it's not like she got to choose to be that way. So with that being said, there are going to be some components on this rifle that I may need to swap out, like the safety lever. I may need to get a ambidextrous safety lever for this to help with her ability to run this rifle. One of the things that I've done to help my girlfriend get used to this rifle is I've thrown the Mantis Blackbeard into this and allowed her to run some dry fire reps, you know, just kind of up one drill type of thing. So bring the rifle up, fire one round, bring it down, and just kind of get her used to that a little bit and understand how to run this rifle. So something for you guys to consider. Again, if you guys are interested in that, I'll have a link in the description below and in the pinned comment. So let's move back to the optic on this. This is the Gunnr Optics Odin 1-10x28mm LPVO. And again, I wanted to check this out because of a recommendation from my good buddy OG's Danger Show. And I wanted to also compare it to the Primary Arms 1-10s. I really do like the 1-10 LPVOs. They're not perfect, but I really do like having that little bit extra magnifications. My eyes are starting to go down the drain as I get older. My girlfriend's going to be the same way. And I chose an LPVO because maybe my girlfriend wants to come out and go coyote hunting with me. Instead of having a lighter weight red dot on here, I now have an optic that is going to give her plenty of magnification to help get shots out to 300 yards. So that's one of the main reasons why I did it. And if maybe my girlfriend's not going to grab this and my son or my daughter grabs this rifle, they can easily use it as well. This optic is going to be a first focal plane optic with MOA adjustments and holdovers on the reticle as well. One of the things that I really did like about this is when I got it in the mail, it came in this really cool Pelican style case. And a lot of you are like, okay, yeah, big deal. It comes with an extra case. Okay, well, whatever. But I will say that that case can be repurposed especially for someone like myself that has some, you know, camera gear or rangefinders or my Garmin chronograph. I can put all of that type of stuff into this case, just cut out the foam to fit out, you know, whatever I need to put in there. And I thought that that was a really great added feature, you know, for me or anyone else to repurpose that case. So with that case, you also get a cantilever mount. The cantilever mount has all of the torque specs on the mount itself, so you don't have to comb through all of the different user manuals or whatever to find the torque specs. It's right there. It makes it extremely easy for you guys to mount this optic onto the rifle. It is going to be illuminated, so the reticle will be illuminated. It has 6 different settings with an offsetting between each setting, which is nice. But I will say that the brightness on the illumination is not going to be quote-unquote daytime bright, which is exactly what we see with the primary arms stuff as well. It's going to be better for morning or evening use, you know, as that sun is starting to come up or starting to go down. It's going to have the ability for you to find that reticle a little bit easier as well. So that was a nice added feature. It does come with a CR2032 battery, so you don't have to worry about sourcing that as well. The turrets on this are capable of being, obviously, you zero the optic to your rifle. Then you can pull the screw out of this, which is captive, which I thought was pretty cool, and return that to 0. It is also locking turrets, so your elevation and windage are both locking turrets, and the dialing feature on this is actually accurate. I was able to take this obviously out to 100 yards, zeroed it at 100 yards, and then dialed it to 3.38 on this to adjust for dope. I actually adjusted it to 3.4 on this top turret and got first round impact at 300 yards, and then dialed it to 450 yards and got a impact at 450 yards as well. So the turret is accurate. Now, one of the things that I will say, kind of as the good and bad that I always do in my videos, is the holdovers on the reticle didn't seem to match up with the turret. I've reached out to Gunnr to ask that, and they said that no, that's right. So it might be something I'm doing wrong. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research and go back and make sure that I'm using the holdovers correctly. Just so you guys are aware, I'm using Frontier ammunition with their Hornady 75 grain boat tail hollow point 5.56 ammunition, and I'm sitting at approximately 1,100 feet of elevation. I didn't get chronograph readings on this rifle on the first time I took it out, but I will go back and do it again, re-zero to make sure that everything's good, or at least verify the 0, and go from there. The accuracy on this rifle with this optic was sub-MOA. I'm a little butthurt on the group because I had one flyer, and had I not had that one flyer, it would have been under 0.75 MOA. So I went ahead and took all 5 of those shots in its calculation of its accuracy. So there's that. As mentioned before, the BCM Mark II that I shot, that I have as my rifle, shooting just a primary arms 1-6 LPVO, I was able to get 0.88 MOA. So the consistency between these two rifles and its accuracy is there. The reliability is there. You have a good brand name, as mentioned before. So that's the reason why I set this up the way I did. So again, if you guys are interested in this optic, I will have a discount code down in the pinned comment, so definitely swing on by. And that discount code is good for anything in their store. So if you guys are wanting this one, maybe you don't want 1-10, maybe you want one of their lower magnification optics, you can definitely do that as well. Price point on this, as it came with the mount and everything, is sitting somewhere around that $650 mark before my discount code, which is on par for what we see with the Primary Arms 1-10 SLX, with the Griffin or even the ACSS Raptor reticles. So I actually believe that this one will come in less expensive than the Primary Arms. But that's kind of expected since Gunnr optics is kind of new to the market. I do plan on taking this out and comparing it with other LPVOs. I've got one from Tacticon Armament. I've got one from Riton as well. If you guys have some LPVOs that you're interested in and you want me to kind of do a bit of a comparison amongst all of the different ones that I have, let me know down in the comment section down below. So there you have it. There is my setup right there for my family. I mean, regardless if it's my girlfriend, my son, my daughter, whomever, they now have a rifle that they can grab and go to work should they need to. Maybe they want to come out hunting with me. That would be pretty awesome. I get lonely sometimes out there, but with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate you guys considering doing so. Likes, comments, shares, all of that is a great way to support the channel. And checking out the Live, Laugh, Larp podcast, that's another great way as well. Again, all of that information is in the pinned comment. Go check it out. And we will catch you guys next time. As always, freedom through strength. Here comes a high five. Bye, y'all.